My name is Billy Lurk, though there aren't many people who remember. For years, I stayed hidden, captain of a ship called the Dreadful Whale. I was a smuggler, fence, and maybe traitor, depending on who you ask. Our names are always overshadowed by the words whispered after them. If you hide from the world long enough, eventually nobody remembers you. Then you're alone, living with your choices. But I could never forget the man who pulled me up from nothing. Daud, the Knife of Dunwall. A name called out by the desperate or the dying. The assassin who ended one empress and saved another. Shame burns inside you for a long time. When I betrayed Daud, he let me live. I left Dunwall and my own name behind. For years, I wondered if I was worth forgiving. For years, I laughed at myself for even wanting a killer's forgiveness. Sometimes mercy cuts deeper than any knife. Now I know that forgiving is something you do for yourself as much as for the people who hurt you. I know Daud is in Karnaca, and I'm going to find him. Every night for weeks, the same terrifying dream. A street fight, my arm dead and lying in the gutter, my eye gouged out by a Grand Guard sword. But when I wake up, they still hurt for hours. Gives me the creeps. This always brought me a little comfort.
Really?
You stole this for me, didn't you, Deirdre? Now it's all I have left of you. Another relic from the old days. Still holds an edge, at least. That boxing club in the Albarca Baths is my last lead. Daud has to be there.
Reach the Albarca Baths. Review the contracts. Read the contracts. Travel log. Read. Forgiven. I wouldn't have blamed Emily for killing me then and there. Bring down an empress and everything gets thrown into chaos. A lot of people got hurt, but it was worse than that, wasn't it? I helped kill her mother. That's 2 times I was spared, but at least I got to put it right. Is this how Daud feels? My dreams are getting worse too, stronger sometimes. I stare at my right arm like it shouldn't be there, and my head hurts like I'm blinded by blood. I started to write it all down just to keep a handle on it. 2 weeks until I'm back in Karnaca, the longest 2 weeks of my life. Even if I make it, the engine is rattling bad. My old self again. It felt good to say the name. Even better to hear it. And now it's on every corner of Karnaca. Wanted, Billy Lurk. I've been sending out messages to my contacts in the city, following up on sightings and rumours, but nothing yet. I even listen to the rats. Sometimes they know things others don't. And their voices remind me so much of Deirdre. I found the old man's wanted poster in a trunk. Now I'm looking for Daud just like all of Dunwall was years ago. Hope I have more luck than they did. A long shot. One last lead, an underground boxing club of all places. Daud could be fighting there. Maybe another dead end, but I have to be sure. I tried to pump out the engine room, but no use. My ship's dead in the water. Megan Foster would have been furious, but I'm not. I've got other things to care about. Like having bad dreams about losing my arm and eye. Okay, burn the white hand, industrial espionage. Okay. An eyeless hag stole my poor Milky. He's white as whalebone but riddled with disease. It breaks my old heart to ask this of you, but if you find my Milky, please put him out of his misery and burn his remains. Save him from those cursed eyeless and save Karnaca from another plague. Milky as a white hound? An eyeless hag stole him. Okay then. Fair enough. Industrial espionage. That was the other document, wasn't it? Those thugs at the Albarca make potions and bone charms upstairs. Their liquor is vile, but it sells for good coin, and we're losing punters to them by the day. Bring us the rat liquor recipe before our brewery goes out of business, and make sure to destroy their stock while you're at it. Okay. Ooh. Bone charms. No bone charms to equip. Lord of Mouse.
Burglary, spying, picking pockets. Daud taught me more than just killing. It can keep me afloat. For now.
Yeah, somebody else was doing that to keep themselves afloat as well. Sokolov establishes studio in Tivia. Renowned natural philosopher and painter Anton Sokolov returned to Tivia this week after years of retirement in Karnaca. Sokolov, whose inventions and technology marvels are famed throughout the Isles, was greeted with the fanfare and panoply due a national hero. A parade in his honour culminated in a festival on Masterov Square in Dabokva, where Sokolov gave a brief speech announcing the establishment of his studio. When asked about his future plans, the inventor responded, "I've already done enough for several lifetimes." The inventor was overwhelmed by the infernal noise of the parade and left the celebration early. He gave no indication whether or not his studio will accept apprentices. He's definitely got grumpy old man down pat.
Good to see the old man made it up north. I was lucky to know him. I wonder what poor soul is dealing with him now.
Empress Emily Kaldwin moves to heal fractured empire. Renovation projects in the Tower District are finally underway as the last funeral rites were performed for High Overseer Yul Kulan and the Brothers of the Faith who died in an attempt to retake Dunwall Tower from the now deposed usurper Delilah Copperspoon. The Abbey of the Everyman has spent the last several months consecrating and interring the remains of the fallen, while also removing dangerous and heretical objects from the Imperial Palace. With representatives from the Isles beside her, Empress Emily Kaldwin issued a statement yesterday morning urging unity in the wake of this great tragedy. The Empire's strength is in its diversity of thought and action. Working together, there is nothing we can't accomplish. We're pleased to reassert our partnership with the sovereign nations of Morley, Serkonos and Tivia for our mutual peace and prosperity. Following these proceedings, several imperial proclamations have been issued with the aim to restore trading networks and communication across the Isles. Several large-scale public works have been announced, with architectural firms in Serkonos and Morley already competing for the commissions.
So, Her Imperial Highness is back on the throne. If she knew what I was doing now, she'd probably try me for treason.
Maybe? I mean, you'd actually think the Empress would have a slightly more open-minded view of the sort of things you're thinking of doing, all things considered.
Is this what you would have looked like, my sweet Deirdre? I would have died soon after you, if it hadn't been for Daud.
Okay. The Lonely Rat Boy and Other Tales. Oh, a tap. Don't ask. Okay, The Lonely Rat Boy and Other Tales. It was the year the rat plague sank its bloody teeth into Dunwall and tore out all its mercies. The year the people who lived submerged within the shadows of the city's greatest edifices suffered most. This lonely child knew no family but a small white rat. Whatever pieces of half-rotted food he found, he shared with this creature. He knew no name, only the vile curses thrown at him by the thugs and mudlarks who tormented him daily. Their fists raised, their knives on his skin. How they grinned, baring all their blackened teeth. The boy, bruised and shaken, cradling his little friend to his chest as they sat together in some dark alley for a moment's breath. Soon the city watch found him. "Move on," the watchman said. The boy did not know where to go. He pleaded with the man, who answered with a truncheon across the youngster's cheek. "Move on," he said again with a scowl. The boy turned to run. "He'll be weeping soon," he heard the watchman spit. The boy's heart stuttered with fear. The rat watched him plaintively with red eyes. "No one will help us," the boy said to his only friend. Oh. Okay. Is that going to be important? Or just constantly annoying my curiosity? Probably Okay, so what I have a sword, and what do I have in that hand? Is that what? Is that a? Whoa! Okay, not a. What is it? What the hell is? Voltaic shot. Standard ammunition for the voltaic gun. That looks... What is it? Is it voltaic? Does it shoot an object? Is it like a magnetic accelerator? Or is it... Okay, I can't quite tell, but I couldn't see anything... A static burst that stuns targets. Okay. And how do I... No. We'll leave that there. Okay, so I can stun? That does... Right. It's an I can't tell if it's an object or if it just... Okay, you know what? We'll figure it out as we go on. It looks like... Oh, right. Okay, yeah. I'm in... Okay. Why have we barricaded ourselves in here? Didn't Emily forgive us?
The engine is shot and half the ship's in an inch or more of seawater. These are the dreadful whale's last days.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, then. So, we're here. Mulberry Mead, carry. What? Oh, it's the... Yeah, it's the light making that noise. All right, then. Do I have... Oh. Yes, I do. So. Deirdre in my dreams. Terrible dream. These are the strongest they've ever been. Feels like I'm really dying each time. I'll be in some alley in Karnaca, the sleeve of my coat soaked to the shoulder in blood, half blind, face split open like a river crust, thieves waiting to check my head for gold teeth and grab a better pair of boots, or the Grand Guards, swords bloody, laughing as I die. It's a little different every time, but not by much. When I wake up, I look in the glass just to make sure my eye is where it was the night before, and who in the aisles has to check to make sure their own damned arm hasn't been hacked off in the night. Ridiculous. I'm running low on tobacco with how much I've packed my pipe the nights when I can't sleep. Don't know what I'll do when it's gone. Okay. Is it possible that, you know, in an alternate timeline, something else happened and somehow it's bleeding across the timelines? And if so, could the timeline revert itself? I mean, I know Emily got up to some weirdness that one time with that one mission she didn't want to talk about. Deirdre in my dreams. Last night I fell asleep holding the charm Deirdre gave me. I remember her picking some rich man's pocket for some coin or watch, and instead she pulled out this thing, dead and humming. Was that the thing Yeah, I think it was the thing I was looking at. She bundled it up in a braid of her own hair and gave it to me for luck. But it wasn't luck that made the rats start talking. It was only after Deirdre lay dying that it started whispering her sweet voice to me. Okay. I dreamed her in patches, red hair peeping out of her baker boy hat, those sharp eyes, the quickest hands in Dunwall. We used to lie together and the feeling of her fingertips across my skin would be the only thing in the world to me. I'd close my eyes and nothing else would matter. But in the dream, she looked at me like she'd been alone so long she couldn't even recognize me. I reached out and my arm was gone, and I could barely see her through the blood and pain. So far away and me half missing. It was an older wound that hurt this time. When I woke up, I was alone again. I don't know what I expected. I've been alone on the ship for weeks. Nobody but me and the rats that chew up the wires in the engine room and then tell me with a laugh. Okay. It hurts to write. I tried to have a dreamless night by drinking some of that foul liquor Anton left behind, but the dream came anyway, and now my head hurts like I'd bashed it against a wall. The sea's choppy this morning, too. Just my luck. I've been in some nasty spots in the past, but I never had to pinch my own face shut or watch my hand twitch in the street. So why do I keep dreaming it? Every time it feels more like a memory than anything else, and it's getting worse. I'll have the dream, and then the fingers on my right hand are stiff for hours in the morning, and I can barely tie a knot. And with my right eye, I will go blind without warning. I don't know what to do. If I tell anyone about it, they'll just think I'm drinking Anton's liquor every night. I'm throwing the rest of that bottle overboard. Okay, very odd. The dream again. It was the Grand Guard, I know it this time. A fight I couldn't handle, a misstep, a mistake. An eye cut open and a sword arm lying in the street. Me, not even half myself, staggering through Karnaca, trying to tie off a tourniquet with my teeth. Pulling with all my strength as I feel each heartbeat shudder a little slower, a little weaker. When I woke up, my right arm was numb, right up to the elbow, and my right eye stung as bad as the time Anton tried to cook hot peppers on the griddle in the gallery. It's like my mind's playing tricks on me. It takes me a while every morning to know what's real. Okay. So... Okay, so that's how we get out. Draw. The Knife of Dunwall. Excerpt from Penny Novel, Chapter 3. Okay, do we not have Chapter 1 and 2? Daud stared at the blade. The plan had gone perfectly, even better than he could have hoped. In fact, the whole thing had been too easy. But now that was over, he felt hollow, and there was nothing in the world that could fill him again. He knew it with a certainty that scared him. Billy called from the next room. Boss? Leave me. He nudged the door closed before she could say anything else. He trusted her more than any of them, but he didn't feel like talking. Cleaning the blood from the blade, he studied the marks it made on the cloth. Royal blood, but it looked the same as any he'd seen before. Weren't the high and mighty supposed to be filled with something different? Something better? Daud was tired. No amount of blood could change the way he felt. He didn't drink as a general rule, and sex had never interested him. He felt a kind of exhaustion that couldn't be soothed away. A smile crossed his mouth. The Knife of Dunwall, exhausted, and yet something else. What was it he was feeling exactly? He looked into Jessamine Calduin's eyes at the moment her life slipped away, and in that moment a thought occurred to him. He'd made a mistake. He'd been misled. That kind of thinking was useless. She was just as dead, whether he regretted it or not. But he'd seen his true face reflected in her eyes. Seen himself for what he really was. Not a renowned assassin, not some great shaper of history, just another playing piece in an unknowable game. Okay. Abandoned letter to the Empress. Your Imperial Highness, thank you for the gift, while your generosity is... To Empress Emily Caldwin, I don't want your coin. Lady Emily, I can't take your coin after what I did. I'm trying to find a way to make peace. Dear Emily, I wish to do mend vest, seal hatch, bullets with... Okay, so she was trying to write a letter rejecting a gift to Emily and ended up making a shopping list that involved bullets and whiskey. Is that... is that what... are they bullets? Does it fire bullets? That's... I can't figure it out at all. Standard ammunition for the voltaic gun. I really want to know now. Out of curiosity, do I have... Okay, mission clues. No mission items. Contracts. No, probably not. So...
I've been searching for months. I know you're here, Daud. Somewhere.
Okay.
Everyone in Dunwall was afraid of him then, but not me. That club is run by a gang that call themselves the Eyeless. They claim to fight using black magic. If that's true, then Daud might be involved.
Okay. And apparently they have someone's doggy. Eyeless remain eyesore for our city. 2 raids by the Grand Guard occurred last night, resulting in few arrests as investigations continue into the activities of the gang known as the Eyeless. Both raids were conducted on derelict warehouses in the Campo Sita dockyards. Several shipments of whalebone were found at both scenes, along with many carved talismans familiar on sailing ships. These trinkets, marked with strange insignias, were collected along with various unidentified powders, noxious plants and vials of unknown liquid. Though these items add credence to rumours of black magic being practiced by the Eyeless, the Grand Guard was not called for overseer support. Roving Vice Overseer Cardoza of the Abbey of the Everyman, when reached for comment, stressed the spiritual dangers of carved bone charms and, if found, to bring them directly to your nearest overseer outpost for inspection and disposal. He gave no further remarks on the Grand Guard's ongoing investigation. Yeah, I can't imagine turning up to the offices. I found this bone charm. Probably get arrested for having it. Notes about Albarca Baths. That's where I'm heading, I believe. Went to see old Madge again. Traded some old whalebone and a bit of hair, not mine, for information. She's making charms for the Eyeless now. Good clients, pay regular, left before Madge tried to pick my pocket. Some witches from the Royal Conservatory joined the Eyeless. Powerless now. None from the Brigmore days, who would remember me at least. No reason to think they'll look twice if I go in like anyone else. Okay, so there are some witches left. They no longer have power, and they won't recognise me. Are these people just messing around, or is there something I'm not seeing? Probably that latter. Think I lost my pocket knife. Madge. Curse that old woman. Can't know if Daud's at Albarca Baths until I go and check it out for myself. Last lead I got. Ooh. Okay. Reply from Isabel. Megan, you must be pretty desperate if you're writing to me about this. Yeah, I saw him. He set up a meeting to buy some of those funny explosives that fell off the back of a carriage a few months ago. I waited for him, but he never showed up. Sorry I can't be any more help. I haven't seen or heard from him since. Put me in a real bind. Isabel. Also, hey, you were kind not to mention it, but I didn't forget I still owe you that case of fig wine after what happened last time. Give me 2 more months. I swear I'll get it to you.
Karnaca is full of secrets. If I have any clues about where Daud is, it's because he let me find them.
So you think he knows we're looking for him? Okay. Reply from Kitterick. Dearest Megan, what an intriguing message. Who's this then, an old lover? Forgive me, but he doesn't really seem your type. Yeah. But if you must, I heard a rumour a few months ago from some gentleman that a man looking like that had been spied with those bizarre Eyeless. I filled that piece of gossip away just in case it was important. Lucky you. When are you coming back here? Make it soon. We miss you. We have some of that tobacco you like stored away just in case you visit. Loving you always, E.V. Kitterick. Reply from T. Okay. Billy, or Megan, or whatever you go by these days. I don't know anymore. It was easy to pretend we didn't know each other when you were Megan. We agreed to respect both our new lives and not dredge up bad memories. So what are you doing? Yeah, I saw him. 2 years ago, here in Karnaca. He even asked after you. I said I haven't seen you since that night in the flooded district. I'm sure you know why I lied. He never stopped killing, you know. He got the same old grudges. I just hope you're not one of them. T. Who is T? Who is T?
Daud's had the mark of the outsider in his hand for as long as I've known him. I've gone through every gang-infested slum asking after this, and no one would tell me a thing.
Okay then. So. Now. What the hell is that sound? we're in Karnaca. And what is that sound? It's a very bleak looking place, isn't it, really? Yes, it is.
This station hasn't been used for years. Hiding the dreadful whale wasn't easy, but it's safe so far.
Okay, so no one's going to look out and see us, and there is a station over there. And a way off. Okay, let's just have a quick scan around the ship, shall we? Was there anything... I don't know. A hatch? Can't see anything. Okay, so I can get up here. Although I'm not totally sure there's much point. No, it doesn't look like it, does it? There is probably very little left for me here. But I can't help but wonder. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Can I get around there? Oh, yes I can. Did I achieve anything? No, I did not. I'm assuming I cannot just simply jump down the chimney. Oh, actually, got up here. Locked. Okay, so just very locked. Okay, never mind then. Never mind. Probably looked right at something very important, but... And there's no skiff. So, pretty much by the looks of things, we're just dropping down here. Oh, right. And of course, I'm a wanted criminal. Probably need to avoid getting seen. Yeah. Surely I've had a pardon by now. I mean, you would have thought I'd get a pardon. Probably. Rats.
What can you tell me today, my little gutter friends?
Okay, whoa! Rat whispers! Press C to hear the thoughts of the rats. These little creatures whispered to one another, exchanging information about what is going on in the streets and basements from their point of view. Their mutterings are often cryptic, but sometimes they can give useful clues. Seriously, I can actually talk to rats? Do I need to get close to them? Yes.
The friend listens. The friend hears us. One of us. One of us. But ugly and big. Still a friend.
Okay, so they recognize me as a friend, but that's it.
She fed us in little hugs. Tossed us grains and crumbs. Loud voices came. Metal flashed. More blood and floods on the floor. Our first feast.
Okay. Is this helping?
Soldiers and shooting up. Burns us fire from inside. Scent of heat and death. Dangerous food.
Don't eat the electrical wires. Thank you for the advice. I will try to remember that. Next time I'm really hungry and have the urge to nibble a high voltage cable. And now I'm slightly worried that might actually be something. Okay then. Don't step on those rails. And don't shoot that. I'm sure it'll blow up. In which case, unless I'm imagining it, my only option right now is to take a carriage ride. Go to the... Right, stay at the Dreadful Whale or go to the Albarca Baths. We're going bathing, I guess.
All right. The old Albarca Baths shouldn't be far.
Okay. Entry forbidden. Okay then.
It's not quite the old life, but it feels good. I wonder if Daud has seen these.
For burglary, smuggling, injurious assault, and other high crime. Okay. A dead wolfhound? Okay. Fidelia's Journal. Second Earth. I tried the old incantations over the teeth and strings like before, but it didn't work. It always used to work. Is the magic really gone? This is one of the witches. I heard about a gang from one of my sisters. She said they do things like what we had together. I don't know where else to go. 27th Earth. The eyeless might be content with scratched up bones and rat liquor, but I'm not. I tasted the dark waters of the void with my sisters. I know what it feels like to turn the things you hate to ash and watch bright flowers bloom from the cinders. These people don't know real magic. Okay. 7th Nets. I think I found a way. If I can snatch one of the stray hounds off the street and steal some carved whalebone, I might be able to get back a glimmer of my power. I know what words to speak over it. I just hope the outsider listens. 10th Nets. I used to raise dead hounds from the earth to stalk shadows and tear my enemies to pieces. And now I watch the life run out of this wretched creature. Its heart shuddered and stopped, and I felt nothing. Just pity. It's gone. Okay. Pity for who, though? Was there any... Nope. Oh. Okay, well, it doesn't look like there's anything going on in here. And I'm not hearing anything, so... Hello, my little friend. Listen.
Weeks, drink dark blood or screaming. Princess, his night is fast.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, God. Ivan Jacoby. Speaking for the silent, regraving disrespects the deceased and shames the living. We know not the needs of the dead. Learn about Administrator Jacoby's campaign to repeal the Reappropriation of Abandoned Burials and Gravesites Act at the public gathering in Colibron Plaza, Upper Syria District, Karnaca. Does that look like Jindosh to anyone else? Okay. We have somebody out there. Do we have anything interesting in here? Is he taking a whiz on my poster? So, where am I going? Not... Where's he gone? Probably I'm going down... Is he going to move? There or there? I think I should just take this guy out. That is one of those guard towers. It looks a little worse for wear. Let's... Come on. Come on. Now, let's find a nice place for you where the rats won't eat you. How about up here? Yeah, sorry. I'm not going to be feeding you people. Although, if I did entertain that idea just ever so slightly, is there anything you guys can do for me? You know.
Smell them from here, sour with fear. They carry scratched bones, carved wood, blood, and soft feather. No use. Death still finds them.
Okay, I'm going to take that as a no, probably not. So... I'm not hearing anybody or seeing anybody. Bandera Beecham Sawmill Company. Alright. Is it going to be that gate there? Okay. Ah. Interesting.
What's doing inside the Outbark?
I know what they're doing. That place reeks of black magic. You see the people who went in there? Go after them and they'll curse your cod with pus blisters, if you're lucky.
Okay.
Don't believe all that hocus pocus crap. A gang's a gang. You should worry more about
Oh.
some curse.
If you say so. But let's still wait for the reinforcements.
New mission clue. The Grand Guard is aware of illegal activity at Albarca Baths. Guards are waiting for reinforcements to begin an investigation of the premises. Okay then. So we've got a limited amount of time before reinforcements show up. I'm guessing I'm either going in there or there. I could probably drop down there. Where does this guy go? Or I could nip down. Okay, so he goes behind here. What do we have over here? Was there anything else on this side, actually? I don't think so. Ah, more rats. Yeah, this guy... Oh, I could probably just nip. I could probably nip down there, couldn't I? Okay. So this guy's wandering around taking a pee.
I closed my locker before coming out. Last time I left it open,
And the guy...
jacket pocket.
Probably... Oh, yeah, alright, okay. Wait for this guy to wander there, then go and get this guy. I can probably drop on him. Okay. Okay, is this way? Oh. Okay, there's a bone charm. There's a bone charm around. Oh, don't look round, don't look round, don't look round. God, he's gonna see his friend any second now.
You alright?
Okay. Yes, he saw his friend. Probably should have moved. Probably should have moved his friend out of the way. Okay. Whoa. There's a bone charm nearby. Look around carefully. All right. Will do. Oh. Northern Camp House, Seta District. Carriage Station. That is where I arrived. And let's think. I came to Albarca Baths. Right, okay, I think this is where I am. This stairs, I'm actually right down there. All right, so I've got to go. I can either go through the tunnel or up through that window. And there's a bone charm somewhere. Lieutenant, I've received reports of illegal activity in the old Albarca Baths, and I suspect the eyeless gang is involved. This could be our chance to finally strike a blow against the degenerate rat-eaters. I want you to scout the area with your squad and gather as much information as you can before then, but don't take any risks. The Dockyard District will send reinforcements for a raid momentarily. So there is a raid coming sometime soon. Kill all the whales. Is that... Oh, God. Is that a wolfhound? Hello.
Sick, madness in their moods, death in their minds. Armies of us in streets, in sewers, all feared us. Bite, 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 bite.
This door is blocked. I can probably shoot. Is it? What is blocking it? Is it the wooden thing on the floor? I don't think so. Okay, never mind. Ooh. That thistle, it keeps scaring me half to death. Bone charm nearby. Look around closely. Will do.
I've heard a few things about the eyeless. Some of it strange. None of it good.
Okay. Best quality. Oh. What do we have? Neutral territory. Okay, so that.
There's someone pulling the strings.
That looks like one of the witches.
You up for a beer later?
This is neutral territory.
Potions and tinctures. The barest whiff of the void.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, bone charm nearby. Look around. Is it going to be in there? Okay, there's an entrance on the other side. Or I can try and figure out what's blocking this. Is it that? Is it that wooden panel? Just... They're going to wake up if I shoot that. Yes, they are. Bosses beware, when we're screwed, we multiply. Alright. Okay, that's not actually helping. Ooh. Neutral territory? Oh. Hello!
Could be a gimmick. But if they really do use magic, then I need to check it out.
Oh, yes, you definitely need to check. Exacting aim. Your voltaic shots deal slightly more damage. Nice. Yes, indeed. We'll be rich. Okay, let's just... Oh, God. Unlock Keyhole Peak. Hallway. Door is locked anyway. Alright. Oh, I think that's where I came up before. It is, yes. Okay then. Get this urge to drink from the water fountain. Yes, I do. Zirconian grapes, don't need those. In fact,
Think, do I? At least I have a job, which is more than he can say.
alright. So, then... Just check this place for stuff and then... Alarm clock. Do not set the alarm clock. Typewriter. Oh. That is not very stealthy. I know I'm in neutral territory, but... Bad habits. Bad habits. Champion Challenge. Test your mettle in a challenge brawl. Our champion takes all comers. Rewards for winners. Rules. All artifacts and bone charms must be disclosed. No forfeit until first blood. Last brawler standing upright wins. Okay, prize. 1 bone charm of powerful effect. Probably the thing I just took. The Black Magic Brute. 73-0. Win forfeit. Jenny the Reaper. 22-5. Stout William. 16-7. The Cutter. 10-2. We've been here just a month and I'm making coin hand over fist. It's a dream come true. Sure it costs to keep that suppressor running. What is a suppressor? But it's paid for itself 10 times over. Everyone wants to try to fight the brute. All the new folks coming in because they heard we can do a bit of magic, thinking they're the one who'll break the brute's record. Ha! They pay for it in coin and teeth. Better them than me. I could kiss the one who led us here, and to that magnificent bastard. Okay. I was kind of hoping for something like, oh, and by the way, the code to the safe is... But, yeah, there you go. There could have been something there, just a little cryptic. However, we do have some numbers here. 730. You don't think any of these are going to be the combination for the code, do you? I mean, like... 7... 3... I mean... it's unlikely. Those are actual scores. And actually, people in this sort of line of work get really, really offended if you mess around with the numbers on their boards. So if you're using their board to store your code, you're probably going to get into some trouble. But I need to know. Oh. Okay, that is the last of the codes, and no luck. Was there anything else that I could see here? I don't think so. It's probably not the sort of thing they would leave lying around. I need to find somebody and relieve them of the... Hello? Right. So, I can either... I think that's neutral territory. Does this mean I now have... Yes, I do. Still in... Apartment... I bet it's for the same apartment. It's almost certainly for the same apartment, isn't it? Unless there's one upstairs. Oh, no. And what about... I think this is the neutral territory. That is... Hello? Okay, that is where I'm going. Electrical burst bolts. Don't mind if I...
Old Duff's hawking a new bone charm tonight. Says it stirs up your vitals. Gets the juices flowing through your veins, keeps your head clear for the fight. You reckon I should get one?
No. Don't waste coin on Duff's whalebone gewgaws. They don't do squat. Want your vitals stirred? Get some scarlet nightshade ointment. Rub it on your chest before the match. You'll see.
Scarlet nightshade? I tried black nightshade elixir once. Supposed to put strength in your swing. Rubbed it on and lost all feeling from the neck down for a fortnight. Numb as a dead cod. Couldn't walk, couldn't stand, couldn't piss without retching itself. Nah. I'll stick to Duffy's bone charms.
Well, do what your gut says. But trust me, when you're getting carved up like a screaming piglet in the ring, you'll wish you'd tried my ointment.
Spring razor. Nice. I don't... Oh, God. That's not... Okay. Let's not accidentally set a spring razor off here. However, let's keep that ready at hand. So, there is somebody around here who can make bone charms. They must be thinking, who is that strange person wandering around, checking absolutely everywhere? Hello? That's a big hammer. Okay? Hi.
Try the rat liquor if you want a true taste of the albarca.
No, thank you. I'm good. So I'm going in there. Albarca baths. Yes, I am. Although... Oh. See. Is she looking? Is she still looking at me? Go. Could you turn around? Could you just turn around? Just... There's a bush in the way. There is a bush in the way. Oh, this is probably the way... Yeah, before we go in there, let's just... go and find out what was in there.
Mark my words. One of us from the old coven will control
Okay.
these buffoons.
That was time to...
Soon.
Should I just... Alright. Can I get past these without being detected? Oh, hello.
News like us are creeping to his nest, sleeping safe under earth and stone, right before I piss. Managing, hush, hush. Silver knives, bindings, trapped. His nest lies empty now.
Are you talking about somebody who was here? Oh, God. Oh, coins? Okay. I'm sort of wanting to break this just so that I have another way through, but I just don't think I need to, and I probably would have to kill them, which would use bolts. Whispers from the Void by Noli Mulani 3. I think I've read this. Okay, so I got a health elixir. Okay, well, I didn't have one, so that's a win. Okay, I'm pretty damn stealthy. Right, so... I'm just allowed to walk straight in here? Am I?
We're playing dice tonight. You in?
You bet.
Well, nobody seems to mind. Reach Albarca. I've reached Albarca. But for some odd reason... Oh, hello. Entrance, private baths, the Albarca, locker room.
That lavender tincture. It's good in spells and all that.
Yeah, I know I'm allowed to be here,
Too.
but I've got to be honest. I'm getting an uncomfortable feeling. Okay. I think I know why I'm getting that uncomfortable feeling.